What we're seeing in this escalation in the Black Sea, obviously it shows signs that this war is expanding in some ways, but what implications do you think it's going to have?
Well, it's important to take a step back to how this started. So in July, the Russians withdrew from a UN-brokered deal that had allowed Ukraine to export grain through the Black Sea. And ever since then, the Russians have been attacking ports like Odessa, other Ukrainian ports. The goal is to make it uninsurable for Ukraine to send grain through the Black Sea. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry posted something on social media over the weekend saying two can play at that game. So over the last few days, there have been 2 attacks on Russian ports or Russian ships near Russian ports. Novorossiysk, which is a Russian port on the Black Sea, that temporarily closed, the first time that that's happened since the start of the full-scale Russian invasion in Ukraine. The numbers, 15 to 20% of Russian oil goes through the Black Sea. Most of Russia's grain goes to the Black Sea. So in the same way that Russia's goal is to make Ukrainian shipments uninsurable, this could also raise insurance rates for Russian exports, making it very difficult for the Russians to continue that trade.
Bruce, at least there's some sense of trying to get some sort of negotiations going on. We had these meetings in Saudi Arabia. I think they set up a working group over this 10-point plan. But really, what was tangible from it?
Not very much, unfortunately. The Russians weren't there. The Russians denounced it. The Ukrainians did have some success in getting countries together to discuss Ukraine's plan for this. However, China, which was at the meeting, of course, has tilted toward Russia since the start of the full-scale invasion. China's proposal is for there to be a ceasefire before anything else happens. Ukraine and its allies in the West have said a ceasefire would just reward Russia by giving them the ability to gain the territory that they've had and position themselves to continue the attack later. So for the Ukrainians, that's a non-starter. No, it doesn't seem like the meeting in Saudi Arabia is really going to lead to very much when it comes to finding a peaceful solution here.